I got a 2022 HRV Honda HRV. I am installing the Sundown Audio 212 and a 1200 watt 0.1 kicker amp. Kicker amp right there. It's an old CX series. First, I'm gonna look for the. I'm running a odd gauge wire, so I'm gonna have to find the right space for it. Trying to pull out the light. What you want to do, you want to pry this like this, up like this, just pry it out like this, but you want to do this first, the top one out here first. Get that out first, just pry it. It's just a small clip, it won't hurt anything, but be careful, this is really thin and light, you'll break them easy. So once you get that out, you're going to look up there and see the rubber boot somewhere on the top. I see one on the top. I did see one on here. I don't know if I should drill. I don't like to drill anything, so I'm gonna do it to the rubber boot right there. I'm gonna push it from the back. I mean the front. I'm gonna push the odd gauge wire from the front. And I did see the few. I'm pulling this thing off just like the front one, but when you pull this thing off and you see something like this, you want to take it out. The clip, you want to take it all the way out, because when you try to put it back, and if you it's not gonna go in this part right there, it's gonna go on the outside and it won't clip right. That's what a lot of people are having problem with trying to force it back in, because they didn't know that's the cost. So you know, take that out and put it back in the original holes. So now I'm up here looking at the wire. There's a I'm on the back. Look from this wire. I'm gonna have to take a blade and cut this piece off, and be careful, don't hit the wire and damage anything else. Just go easy on it. And I will need two hands. I'm gonna peel this out. Now you see the violet and gray right there. Now we got violet, that's the speaker wire. That violet and gray, that's the speaker wire. And violet would be positive and gray is negative. It should be wrapped together like that. So run a speaker wire to that, depending on how you want it run. I usually use a crimper. Now I use a T-tab and a fully insulated male quick disconnect. You don't have to do that. You can just wrap around the wire. When you strip the wire out right there, or if you don't have a stripper, use a plier. If you don't have a plier, use the lighter and kind of strip it out to the metal. I gotta crimp that and push this in. As I said earlier, the red one, I got speaker wire. Some speaker wire, it might not be red and red black. So I consider as red as positive, so I hook it up to the purple. And then the red black I consider as negative, hook it up to the gray one. I'm gonna now run the power wire and the remote back here. As you can see, the way I run this, I think I got enough room right there. I put it in the middle on top of that for the thicker gauge. I'm gonna run it up here. I think we should be okay. I feel it. See, it's okay. So I'm gonna try to put that on, see if it works. If it doesn't work, I have to figure out a different way. Now I'm gonna go the opposite side and pull the red wire. Pull in the thick red wire first, then I'll do the blue one later. The blue one's all the way in there. Sneak my hand in there real quick and pull that out. Thought I had a customer. Now I use this lever right there, pull it up and release it. I'm gonna try to figure out where I'm gonna run the power at. I can go underneath here. Yep, I'm gonna push the wire inside here and go up here. I think it's probably easiest way to pull this thing out a little bit and pull this out and run the wire through this side right there. I tried another way, it didn't work well. So I'm gonna put it right there, through there. The hardest part is try to open this up and not trying to break anything to pull the odd gauge wire out. That's why I charge more to run an odd gauge wire. Now I'll just pull it all the way out. Oh, probably heard me breathing. I just ate some food, so no rest for the day. pull this wire out too, and speaker wire some more right there. Remote wire. Oh snap, I pulled the whole wire out. Now I gotta run the whole wire back again, the remote wire. Huh, that's crazy. Guys, one thing you want to watch out is that when the customer brought it over, anything, you want to double check and see if this speaker is good shape, because even though they bought it or they have it for a while, they don't know what happened. Look at this one right here. See this? Customer caught it before he left, so they can't blame on you. So be careful, because that's expensive high dollar speakers right there. Sand this right here, sand it out with the drill, and sand it out really good. You can see to the bare metal. And then I'm gonna put the ground right there. I'm gonna use two self-tapped screw right here to screw it in. I did use 3 of them, 3 self-tapped screw, like 3/4 of an inch. I don't like, a lot of people ask me, why do you use that kind of screw? It's small. Well, it's small, but it's strong enough. It's got a big flat face right there. Flat head. Big flat head, I should say. Yes, now I'm gonna run the wire back right around here. I got the amp already down here already. And they did have the wire. It's a little bit long, but it's okay. It's an odd gauge. It's okay, but usually you should do less than 2 feet. As thick this odd gauge wire is, I'm gonna use this tool right here to cut it. It's a commercial tools. I'm using one hand holding the camera and one hand holding this. So you flip this out like that and let it go like that, and then now you gotta press this. One of my arm got hurt because I crimped so many years, and then it kind of hurt because I used a cheap tool. Now I had to see my alternative, which is spend a little bit more money on tools if you do it every day. Just keep pushing it like that, and then it should cut itself. Spot right there. I'm using my left hand. Voila, cut. Now, since I got that much cut, I'm gonna use this scorpion cutter right there and cut the rubber out. Cut it around here and pull it straight out. As you can see, I cut around there and then pull it out like there. Hold one side of the wire and then pull that strip out. Now I got it this much. It's about 3/4 of an inch. He has a reducer already, so I'm going to use that to reduce it to whoever installed the speaker box right there, they're using 2 ohms. They hook it up at 2 ohms, so they're running only 1 wire out here. So I'm gonna put the I tested already. I turned the voltmeter to the ohms right there, and then put positive and negative right there. You can see it don't automatically show you like a 2 ohm. It goes, sometimes it jumping around a little bit, but it usually is, if it's around 2 ohm, it is 2 ohm. So now the wire ran from the left rear speaker would be, the red one would be positive. I'm gonna hook it up to gray and white, and then the negative, which is red and black, I'm hooking up to white, black, gray, black, and then I'm gonna run a jack here to the input of it. Now I'm looking for accessory fuse. It's gonna be hard right here. It's gonna be right there, 7.5 and 20 right there. I'm gonna turn the light on. The light came on when I tested, so I had to remove that and see which side I need to hook it up to. As you can see right here, it's the fuse. It's 7.5. This is an accessory. You can literally use up to 10. You are okay with that. And I'm probably switch this to this one and made it easy to wrap it together. Sometimes you can buy there's a wire fuse that you can buy. I guess it's a couple dollars for 10 of them, but I don't like to use them. I mean, I don't use it that many. A lot of time I'm using the line out converter and power it up that way, but in this case I'm going to show you how to use this tool right here. So I still use the 7.5. I just put the wire right there and push it right in. It doesn't use much power, so it is okay, but you want to use it to the right side, to the brake side. You don't want to use this side because this thing will stay on, and if there's a short, it wouldn't pop the fuse. So you want it to pop the fuse if something happened. I mean, if something touched. So now, usually the power wire, I make it like a fork looking like this. And then this is a 10 millimeter. Make sure you're gonna go forward. Loosen it a little bit, not completely out, because a lot of Hondas got a code. And being a 2022, I bet the customer doesn't know what the code is, what the radio code is, so don't take it all the way out. All right, now I got the wire hooked up. I'm gonna put this thing back. What I do, usually I'm gonna carve this a little bit with an oscillating tool, and then put this back in their form, and then the wire ran right there, making sure nothing come out, tape it, and didn't use that. All I did is take one of this crimper right here and pull this out and cut it, and then bend it backward, and that's how it will look. Now back to the radio. I'm gonna have to turn the SVC off. Click on that button right there, the audio button, and then move it down. Hold on, is that touchscreen? Nope. Move it to the right. You see SVC. Click that one, and then cut it to off. I'm gonna test drive this car and see if it's making that noise or not. Other than that, the music sounds great. I just can't play it. Well, I'm driving it right now. I did play the music. I turned it down. I'm driving it. It does not make any noise or thumping noise or buzzing noise, anything like that. So we are good. We don't have to do any oh, what I want to tell you, the SVC to remove or cut some wire, anything like that for the SVC. So driving back to the shop, no noise, so we are good. So this is a finished part right here. You got power, ground, remote hooked up, and speaker wire, and the high-low converter, line-out converter, which is the Sni-35, and it works good. Don't have to worry about anything else, making noise, nothing like that. So we are happy. I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna put an L bracket so the speaker doesn't move. You install any car audio, it doesn't matter if it's odd gauge, 0 gauge, 1 gauge, whatever you want to say. You shouldn't have any wires sticking out. So here it is. I'm gonna open this other door right here. Right there, shouldn't have anything, so it's all clean, and you can't see nothing down there. Well, you can see this remote wire because that's fine right there, because you can't see it up here. But other than that, it's supposed to look clean like that. Let me see if I got the key. I took the key out. I think I did. Anyway, yep.